Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Barham Engines. Stay tuned today for today's thumbnail and title, guys. I'm livid about this. But let's have a little look around the workshop with Isaac, see what we've got going on.
Oh yeah.
Laid the floor yesterday, mate, didn't we?
Yep.
Ain't quite finished it.
No, a little bit left.
We've gone for the black in here because obviously, in hindsight, mate, as nice as the grey looks, should have really probably gone black all over.
It shows the dirt, doesn't it? That's the issue.
It does a little bit.
But the annoying part is the black shows the scratches worse.
It does. And in there is proof of that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the grey's a bit grubby, but the black still looks a bit scuffed up. I think that's just the nature of it, and at the end of the day, we're a workshop.
It's a floor. You've got to.
It's a floor.
Got to go on.
I mean, when you compare it to the old floor, mate, it looks a lot better, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, hell of a lot better.
It's a lot warmer, sort of underfoot. I don't know whether you feel it, but
yeah, I think the whole especially in that room, it feels a lot warmer.
Yeah.
You probably start feeling that in here as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we're going to start decorating soon.
Yeah.
We've got to get the boards up here. Not sure whether we're going to whiteboard it or just paint the boards. Don't know yet. What do you reckon?
I think. How much whiteboard have you got left?
Not a lot. I'm going to have to get some more if we do, but it's a bit of a sort of.
I think the paint would look all right, to be honest.
We could just paint it.
They're quite a smooth finish board, aren't they?
Yeah.
So if you painted that,
Ray reckons if you paint them, it'll be all right. They'll look all right. At least you can just go over it with some paint if you know. So we don't know yet. Obviously, we're going to strip these walls out and paint all these, and it'll look nice when it's all nice white and fresh, won't it?
Yeah, just a little refresh in here.
But really, we spent the day yesterday sort of cleaning a bit, didn't we? Outside all day, cleaning drains.
Yeah, cleaning drains.
Literally up to me shoulders in it.
Oh, mate.
Horrendous day.
How'd that come off in the end? Come off all right?
No.
Shower?
No, a lot of scrubbing. To the point where I nearly took the skin off. Just stained it black.
Bloody hell.
But yeah, change of clothes. But it looks smarter outside now, doesn't it? We've got the signs.
Washed the concrete as well, didn't we, out here?
We've had a little pressure wash through the old concrete, like, haven't we? We've got the signs down, look. We're going to have the signs all redone in the white background with the new Barham logo, etc.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, we've had a good pressure wash through this, cleaned up all the area over there that we used to sort of pressure wash in, which we're not going to be anymore.
No.
So hopefully we can keep it like that. We'll get a couple of nice big pot plants here, plants. But yeah, it's getting there, mate, but we've just got to spend an hour or two here and there doing it, haven't we?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You know.
I think it'd be nice when we get all the boards done in here.
It will be. It'd be a lot better. Now the electric's done, we can get that all done, can't we? But yeah, anyway, back to work. What we got going on? You had a good clean up in here yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a mop of the floor, although I think it's already starting to...
Well, at the end of the day, at least if we keep it as clean as we can, mate, keep it swept. But yeah, let's have a little look round here and update. I've got to get hold of the customer for this CVH, haven't I, just to...
Yeah, he wants to know how bad it is, and I think he wants us to crack on. So
okay, he wants us to crack on, but I'll give him some idea of price, I expect.
That's basically it.
So we've still got to go through just strip the head out, although it's been gone through.
Yeah.
Strip the head out and check that everything's done correctly. You know what it's like, can't assume anything.
No.
Blocks probably going to have to be rebored, well definitely, and then face the top. Fairly standard stuff really. How far he wants to go with trick bits, I don't know yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, yeah, Mercedes, we've still got to get on with. We're gradually cleaning bits up as we go.
Yeah, we need to get a clutch for that.
Got to get a clutch so we can balance it, yeah.
And then once that's done, I think I can start putting the bottom end together. So.
Yeah, we got bits, haven't we? Gaskets and all the rest of the bits.
Yeah, I think we've got most of the bits.
Honda.
All of them.
So you've started to clean the block up here, mate. It's all stripped.
Yeah, I only actually put that through the wash. I haven't done anything else. So
but yeah, that's come up well, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think looks like it was painted because you can sort of see.
Ah, right.
Like patchy bits, but
so we'll probably end up giving that a bit of a blast, and because this is the donor block that's going to be built for his other motor, so
I think you've got to get hold of this bloke as well. I'm not sure. I don't know
Well,
if you already have.
that's today, mate. I should be getting hold of blokes today.
Nice.
This is a clean up, isn't it?
Yeah, that's...
Have we got to put the bottom end together?
I think so. We've got to bore it. We got all the pistons and rods and everything, so I think we are putting it together.
Right.
I balanced the crank on that already. Did that a while ago.
Okay.
And then it'll be clean up, bore, face. And then I think that's about it, really.
Nice. Right, the Cosworth block at the near, just show you this. So this is the one that I've done the long stud on yesterday.
Yeah.
Finished yesterday, and we've just give it a face over. So standard procedure, just do me 6 long studs, faced it. Now this is the one here that was the disaster. You see that it's cracked all the way across up there. Now that doesn't actually matter. It's when it sort of runs to the outside of the block you want to worry. But yeah, all it is where it cracks across here, because the thread is in the top of the block and it keeps pulling up, it just ends up sort of cracking over here. But that's not actually gonna, it's run into the other waterway, but it's not gonna go any further.
So that's all right.
Yeah, there's not a lot you can do about that. We've done loads in the past like this, and they don't, once you put the stud down the bottom.
Will it not try and like weep water out of there then, or cool it out of there?
Well, all it's going to do is, obviously, because the thread's in the bottom, you put a seal in the top which sort of eliminates it coming up through the stud hole into the top of the head. But if it leaks through there, it doesn't matter, because it's just going straight back into the water jacket.
Yeah, I suppose.
So it doesn't make any difference whatsoever, really. That seal is just to stop it from going up the head stud into the oil wade, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've just got to bore that now, 0.5. Then we can clean this up, and got a dummy build that.
Cool.
Just had the long studs from Julian Godfrey turn up, so I've got all the bits for that. The head is in the blaster, which I've got to blast. Might have to do the exhaust guides on it. Inlets look pretty good. Right, guys. Thumbnail and title time. The reason for this bit, guys, is, again, don't so much need your advice on this, although you're welcome to put down in the comments, but I do want your opinion on whether you think we're right, they're right, whatever. Yeah, interesting one, this. So I'll just recap on the details. I'm not going to mention any names at this stage, but it's a dealer, actually. We supplied a cylinder head back sort of later part of last year. It was a brand new cylinder head, bare head, from a supplier that we've dealt with for years and years and years. Absolutely bare. We buy the head in, we take the valves out of the old head, clean them all up, face them, etc., put them in, do the clearances. There you go. It was a diesel head, come with no injector sleeves. We don't fit injectors as a rule for anything anyway. If we have to remove injectors out of a head when we overhaul it, we never put them back. We don't get involved. That's a separate thing. We don't even clean them up, put the seals on, nothing. Anyway, heard nothing more. Not long after, John has a phone call saying, from the place that bought the head off us, saying, did you replace the injector sleeves? John said, no, have a look in the old head. Apparently the head, they didn't have the head any longer, or whether they couldn't find it, don't know. I know nothing more about it than that. The only reason it's brought up now is they still owe the money for the cylinder head and the work, etc. And lo and behold, I think the bill was getting on just short of 950 quid with the VAT. Lo and behold, I get an invoice this morning for near enough 910 quid. And I thought, what the hell's this all about? Give them a ring. And she said it's for some work that something you did, an engine that you did, went wrong. So we sort of had a chat on the phone. It turns out that apparently they fitted the head. The injector sleeves that we fitted failed on the seals. So they've had to rectify that. And that was the bill on the customer's vehicle. And I said, with all due respect, one, you haven't paid the bill yet for the head that we supplied you. And secondly, that is nothing to do with us. That's a fitter issue. We didn't supply any injector sleeves. We certainly didn't fit any. We didn't supply any new. We didn't do anything like that. So we're not sure what's going on. They've got back to us saying that there was new injector sleeves in it. They fitted the injectors into them, but the outer seals on the sleeves have failed. And that's down to us because we supplied them. So we've been back to our supplier today. They've verified that they spoke to John about this and give him the same news, and they said to us they do not supply those cylinder heads with sleeves in. They're bare heads, they don't come with the sleeves in, and there's a reason for that. They don't even supply the sleeves. It's a main dealer only. This company that's bought the head, or the dealer that's bought the head off us, said that, have you thought that your supplier might be lying and they did come with them? I said, well, no, they can send us evidence of the ones they've got with no sleeves in. They can also send us evidence of their supplier saying that the heads come without sleeves. They don't come with sleeves. End of story. And they're saying, so we're at a bit of a stalemate. They're saying that we owe this money for all the work for the rectification of this job. And we're saying all we've done is supplied a head. We didn't put the sleeves in. They've sent us a little video of what looks to be fairly new sleeves on the table, but they could be sleeves that they've just bought, and I ain't got a clue. It's a weird one, this, guys, but there is no sort of... we've ended up having a bit of a Barney on the phone about it, and I said, well, really, the only way to rectify this is you get your evidence together, I'll get my evidence together. If you're not paying the bill, it's going to have to go to court. But I said, really, at the moment, you're trying to bill me for something that still belongs to me. You haven't paid for that head, so you need to be paying my bill and then doing a claim for this. But it appears to me that this is nothing to do with me. You are responsible for fitting the injectors in those sleeves. You're responsible for those sleeves, whether they're fitted or not. You're responsible for making sure that those sleeves are fitted correctly in the head if you're fitting the injectors. I don't know, guys. It's a crazy one. It's wound me right up today. Let me know what you think, and there certainly will be an update on this, but at the moment I'm not quite sure what I'm meant to do about it. Right, the Morris. So the Morris that I said in was it the last video?
I think it was, yeah.
So this is the one that's got the JP pistons, not to be mistaken for JE. JE are a very good make. JP not quite so good, apparently.
Right.
All I'm going off there is we didn't build the motor, but we did the machining. So just to recap, we've bored it. You get a running clearance with the piston. We've given it another thou on top of that, but it obviously ain't enough because it sees the piston. No. So since doing it in the last video, I've read sort of half a dozen comments, and 2 or 3 people emailed me, which is the useful thing, isn't it, doing these videos, saying that they've got experience with these JP pistons. One guy in particular said, who builds engines, obviously, been doing it for years, and he says, don't go by the recommended running clearance with them, depending what it is. He said what he does is heat the piston. If it goes down the bore when it's heated, it's the right running clearance, so basically.
A bit of trial and error,
a little bit of a trial and error, yeah.
Keep taking a thou out and trying it.
Yeah, so we've used the same method. We've ended up giving this another thou now. So in theory, this is pretty much 2 thou bigger than what they recommend. But yeah, just obviously, well, whether it was that, but whether it was a bit of jetting, I don't know. But I think that's maybe what the problem was.
Right.
So, yeah, it seems to be a big problem with the JPs. The guys in the sort of classic British bike world, they tend to have problems with them. So, don't quite know what it is, mate, what the problem is with them. But yeah, so I think that's all done now. He's just waiting for it to cool, and then we'll double check it, give it a wash, give it back to the customer, and try again with a set of rings, I'd imagine.
Ideal.
What else have we got?
Well, we've got a few things up on this bench now.
Oh, did you manage to get the...
Yeah, got that dowel out. I machined it off and then drilled it out afterwards.
Oh, did you? Yeah. You got it out, though?
Yeah.
So, what we're talking about here, guys, is you've got these 3 dowels in a Cosworth flywheel. A lot of flywheels, you have dowels like this, and that they are just locators, so the clutch sits on pretty true.
Yeah.
But to get these out, you've got the bigger diameter there that sits in the flywheel, and it's a very tight fit. So you've only got that 6mm end there to hold on to try and get it out. You can't get behind to drill a hole and punch it out because the ring gear's in the way.
Yeah.
So what tends to happen is if you hold that or put that in the vise and try and turn, it just breaks the end off. So you have to end up drilling them out.
Yeah.
So that one obviously come out okay.
Yeah. And
Two
then,
more didn't.
Yeah.
One broke the top off, which I did. So what we do is you get a centre. You get a good. The important thing about drilling these out, or any stud out, or anything, is getting a good centre dot in there.
Yeah.
And then don't go straight in with a big drill,
No,
because it's going to
start
wunder.
small.
So we start off small. So you go in probably half the size, 4 mil, 5 mil, something like that. Get a nice pilot hole. That's the most important bit. Get a nice central pilot hole, because if you go in with a small drill, even if your centre dot's a little bit off, you can normally go in probably about 1 mil, and then you can manipulate the drill to try and get it square before you go in. And once you get a nice centre drill down there, you can then go up. I normally go up probably half a size again, and then a lot of the time you can go in with a probably 0.5 mil smaller than the overall diameter drill, and that will peel out. But if it doesn't, see, this one here is peeled out.
Yeah.
But if not, you normally use one of these nails, sharpen it, and sort of around the edge, peel it out, innit?
I do it differently.
Do you?
Yeah.
How do you do it?
So, say these ones are 8 mil diameter on the base, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I get a 4 mil drill, and then I put a 6 mil tap down it, and then I can like pull it out with a little M6 bolt.
That is a way of doing it with these dowels. Yes.
Just means I ain't got to drill right to the edge, because you can sort of see there. This one come out on the tap. But
I'll be honest with you, I have done that in the past because it's a
works both ways.
yeah, because it's a blind hole. What you do is you run the tap in there, as long as it's a man enough tap, and then when you hit the base, the tap will just stay where it is, and the whatever it is, the dowel just comes out of the tap.
Out, doesn't it? Yeah.
The theory that I just said works. Obviously, it's the only way you can do it with studs, because you can't pull a stud out because of the thread. But yeah, for these, I have done what you said in the past and done that.
Just for me, it means I ain't got to get the hole quite as central when I start. If I mess it up a bit,
I know what you mean. Yeah, it does work. You just say you just got to get that man enough tap so it doesn't break in there, because then you're in trouble. That's the only thing, isn't it?
And you're really in trouble.
Yeah. So that is it. I think have you faced the flywheel, mate?
Face the flywheel. It's in here at the minute.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Because I've give it a little vapor blast as well.
Look at that, lovely. So that's all faced up now. So probably got to make another couple of dowels for it.
Yeah. A few dowels.
And then we've measured the crank. So this is the crank that's going in that block over there. So we've just got to go through the head, polish the crank. We always polish the crank after we've balanced it.
Yeah.
Face the flywheel. We've got the clutch cover and the front pulley. So he's going to balance the assembly. Then I can dummy build it, innit?
Yep.
Job done, mate.
Sounds good.
Well, that's it, guys. Please do comment down below on what you think about my scenario here, my situation. And until another video, till Friday, have a great evening. We'll see you then. Cheers, guys.